Okay, setting up your webinar for Facebook Live. Okay, takes a moment. Please stand by.
My system says webinar is now streaming live on Facebook. That's what.
Okay, awesome. All right, so I have to go back to here. Hello, folks. If you're joining us, my name is Loretta Wallering. I'm the director of Tai Chi Gala, and I have Dr. CJ Rhoads on with me, and I am just, let's see, I'm just doing this for the first time on Facebook, so hang on a minute. Okay, there we are. Okay, and I know there's a way that people can send questions or comments to Facebook, and I don't see it quite yet how that works, but after the video, we can address them. So people that are listening or joining us, or even afterwards, you can always post comments there. All right, so good morning, everyone. Hello, hello, and good morning, Dr. CJ Rhoads. Shifu.
Good morning.
We're just going to briefly talk about what you'll be doing at Tai Chi Gala, a little bit about you and how everyone can benefit. All right, so I know most people can get your full bio on TaiChiGala.com/presenters. And what you do, folks, is you just scroll down. It's all in alphabetical order by surname, and you'll see CJ Rhoads' bio there. So she is a professor at, is it Kutztown University?
Yep.
Kutztown University. Kutztown in Pennsylvania. And what is it that you usually teach there? Is it business?
Yeah, business. I'm in the College of Business. I teach leadership, information technology, project management. And this semester, I'm teaching a new course in health service administration. They're finally allowing me to teach a little bit in the health economics industry area.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and that's a great segue for what you do with Tai Chi. I know you also have, you were a co-founder, right, of some organizations. You want to briefly mention them, and they're related to Tai Chi?
Sure. Well, there's the Tai Chi Chuan Enthusiast Organization, for which I should mention we're looking for a new director. Luke G, who's been the director for the last 3 years, is getting too busy to do it. So we're looking for a new director for the Tai Chi Chuan Enthusiast Organization, which was started by me and a whole bunch of other people back in 2001.
Wow.
I also run a nonprofit organization called HPL 501c3 Institute, which runs over 30 different programs dedicated to health, prosperity, and leadership. And over half of those programs are Tai Chi and Qigong related.
That's awesome. And so people that are listening to this, you can get Dr. Rhoads' information, her contact. If you want to contact her about that, you can just go to TaiChiGala.com/presenters, scroll down, and when you see her bio, you will also have all her contact info. All right, so let's talk, I have my little paper here. Let's talk about what you're going to be doing at Tai Chi Gala.
Okay.
Why people should attend your workshop. I know you have 2 of them. We're going to talk about how these workshops will help them with, their health, pain, martial arts, or self-development, or spiritual, creativity, inner peace. How to really help them. So the first one you're going to do is actually Friday. This is the first time that we're going to have a workshop on Friday. And you're going from 4:30 to 5:30. It was the evidence-based Tai Chi, right? It's a very short Tai Chi form. Tell us about it.
Yes, it's a form developed by Dr. Yang, actually. And he's a fabulous, absolutely wonderful researcher and Tai Chi luminary. But he's, being as busy as he is, of course, it's not always easy to get to him. And this form is a very simple little form, 12-step form. And so he developed it to be used in research it can be done by anybody, no matter what their age. There were 80 and 90-year-olds in the research study that he developed this for. So it's not, it can be done by anybody. It's very simple to remember. It's not, however, it has all the basic ingredients of a really high quality Tai Chi form. That's the beauty of this particular form, is it's extremely well documented in Dr. Yang's videos, which it needs to be for research purposes. It's very easy to do, but it has all the really basic elements. The turning and twisting, but the alignment and everything. So you'll just see as you see the form. It's just very simple. It's a 7-step form.
That's great. So it's really short. So this is also good for people, if you're listening to this and you're kind of new to Tai Chi. I don't want you to feel intimidated about going to Tai Chi Gala. There is always going to be something you can do. So for example, that is something you can do.
Anybody can do this form.
To get you oriented into Tai Chi and how healthy it is for you. If you're a teacher, this is a really good form to start investigating, because you can use this either in research, or you can use this with your beginners, or this is something else you can add to your repertoire. If you're advanced, this is something that you can then just play with and see how it's similar and different to what you do. So everyone can be incorporated into that.
It is based on the Chen style. So it has a lot of silk reeling and a lot of, weight shifts. It doesn't go very low though, because like many Chen styles go low, but of course this one doesn't, because it's developed for older people to also be able to do. So
that's great. So it's
a great morning form. It's one of those forms I like to do every morning. So
awesome. Yeah. And it's great. I think if people are under the thought that, well, I really don't have a lot of time, to do Tai Chi. I don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of space and time. This is a really great short thing that you can do. And it's documented. So there's plenty of information out there on how you can do it. And then Saturday, probably around 3 o'clock, you'll be doing an hour workshop too about a Qigong and ways to manage pain. So tell us a little bit about that and why you really you're a specialist at this, because you went through something very painful.
Yes, wow. Well, it's kind of a forced, an enforced interest. I've been doing Tai Chi for 30 years, but I did it for fun and for competition. I wasn't really doing it for health benefits until after my car accident. I was in a very bad car accident in 2002.
Wow.
Got a lot of major brain injury, back injury, neck injury, the whole thing. And the medical community, their answer is surgery or drugs. Well, I got sick of, I took oxycodone for almost a year, about 8 months.
Wow. That's like being on heroin for a year.
Oh, it was, wow. And I had no idea how bad it was for me. But now I know. And so I had to find alternative ways of eliminating my pain. And by that time, because what you don't know about oxycodone that most people should know but don't know is that it actually increases your pain levels, so that when you get off of it after 8 months, your pain levels are much, much higher than they would have been had you never gotten on it to begin with. And I didn't know that at the time. And they're just now coming out with the research that demonstrates that. But it was a real problem because my pain levels were extremely high and I refused to take the drugs anymore. So I had to find some other way of dealing with it. And I found a combination of things. I found a combination of things. And one aspect of that is indeed a daily Qigong that I do, that I call pain-freeing Qigong. It has two purposes. Purpose number one is the actual doing a Qigong, which is modifying your deep breathing, focused attention, slow movement, which is the magic ingredient for all Qigongs. So I have that, but it's also a mnemonic because it's kind of the different movements of this Qigong are a memory aid to remember all the things you need to do to stay out of pain.
Oh, nice.
It's a two-part form. One part kind of implements the pain mechanism so that you can understand how pain works in the body, which of course I did a lot of research on. And then the other part is what are the steps to actually get out of pain. So it's a really nice Qigong. I don't know if I'll get time to do the whole thing. I did have a DVD that I created on this Qigong, but it turned out that the DVD was defective. And so I can't sell it. And if I have time before your thing, I will try and make another one, but chances are I'm not going to have time. I'm actually presenting at several different workshops and conferences this year. I got a lot of papers to write. I have another so I'm probably not going to get to it.
Okay, so the lesson here for everyone is if she can do it, if she's so busy, you can do it. Okay. And if you're in pain, if CJ can do it, you can do it. Now, you know, something occurred to me that what you were mentioning about the oxycodone and the pain, your Qigong that you're doing and your methodology to really get people off of these horrible enslaving drugs. This is great for people that have things like, not only, I was thinking Lyme disease and all that, but also people that are dealing with opiate addiction.
Absolutely.
You know, because most people take drugs and things for some sort of pain, whether it's a mental, emotional type of pain, or if it's something like, you know, like a car accident, back injury, a work injury. That's often why people do self-medicate with drugs. So can you imagine if they would learn a Qigong like this, how much that would help them? Or if somebody, a friend or a family member learned it just a little bit and then could help them with that. And also I encourage, go ahead.
Yeah, when you understand the pain mechanism, how pain works in the body, and how oxycodone and OxyContin and all the other opioids, how they solve that. If you chemically understand how that works, you also then chemically understand how Qigong works, because it basically works the exact same way, only instead of getting an opioid externally in a pill, you get your body to manufacture opioids. So you basically get all the benefits of being calm and happy and you know, you have a very contented point of view because your body is so filled with opioids.
You are your own pharmacy.
Internal. And so they don't have the same side effects that the external opioids do. They don't, for example, increase the levels of pain the way external opioids do. Because the reason is that external opioids are too much. They basically change the way your brain works when it comes to opioids and manufacture a whole bunch of what's called opioid centers, which now have to be filled in order for your pain to go down. And so it just makes it worse and worse and worse. So when you manufacture your own opioids by doing Qigong every day, you don't need the external.
And it's free and no prescription needed.
And it's free. Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that, you know, and I don't want to give away everything because I know you're going to talk in depth about that. So I think that's excellent. That's really excellent that you will address that. It's a big concern in today's lifestyle. And let's see, and then, okay. And then, so let's also talk about why you think it's good for folks to meet together at places like Tai Chi Gala in person. I know you do also an event. You can talk about that and just mention why is it good for people to meet together at these events, and you know, how they can share together and what they learn from you or others. And why do you think that's important that, you know, we come together in person sometimes? Well,
it's not just important, Loretta, it is essential. You know, I found the benefits of Tai Chi, like I started in 1990, and actually I went to the farm, the Tai Chi farm, and I don't know if you recognize my t-shirt, right? Let me see if you
oh my God, I remember when my teacher and we found the man in New York City to commission him. Lao Bun was his name, to commission him to make that, and then we can never find him again. He was in Chinatown on the sidewalk doing artwork, and he did all these shirts for us, and then we came back and, you know, Master Joe paid for them and everything, and we could never find him again.
Well, this was given, I wasn't there at the time because this was in the 70s, right? Wasn't this in the 70s or 80s?
No, this was in the 90s, early 90s.
It was in the 90s.
Yes, early 90s.
Well, at any rate, this was given to me by a friend because I wasn't there at the time that they did it. By the time I got to the farm, that we had other t-shirts. I have other t-shirts, but this one was one of the original painted ones. They have, there are replicas now for other events. Bruce's event, for example, they sell replicas of it. My event is called the Symposium for Integrative Health, Tai Chi and Qigong. And it, you know, just like the Tai Chi Park and Tai Chi Gala, we were all involved in the Tai Chi farm. Loretta, I think more than anybody else because she actually ran it. But it was a fabulous gathering of people to share this information. And when you gather with people and you share the information, it just skyrockets not only your interest and motivation, but your knowledge level, your experiences. there's just so many benefits. If you can, anybody can go to their own house and open up the YouTube and follow along with a form.
Right.
And it's not bad. It's good. It's a great thing to do. But if that's all you're doing, then you're missing out on a whole benefit of a whole lot of stuff that's going on that really everybody should be involved in.
And those little exchanges, you know, that you have with people and all, and it's just sometimes you're at the right place at the right time, and you know, the Tao, the universe just gives you the right message. And so I think it's really good that we all sometimes get away from our computers and go out there, and it's good to study at home. It's good. That's wonderful that we can now do these kind of things by video. But I think that it's really important, and you know, it's a different energy. It's a different energy. So I think people, you know, you should get out more, do these things, support these things, keep them alive, and more importantly, keep yourself alive.
And I want to add one more thing about getting together with other people, especially with these particular groups, is the warmth, friendliness, openness, and welcoming. I go to a lot of conferences. In 3 years, back in the, about 10 years ago, in 3 years, I did 14 conferences, 5 conferences. So I do a lot of conferences every single year. And many conferences are very cliquish. You know, you go and if they all know each other and nobody speaks to you.
And you feel
it's kind of like you if you don't go with someone, you kind of feel left out. That is not what happens at all in any way, shape, or form at any one of these 3 conferences.
Awesome.
If you are there alone, everybody will come up to you and introduce themselves and ask about what's going on and tell you about what's going on in their lives. It is the friendliest, most welcoming, warm, wonderful place you've ever been. So,
and I want to add too to that, you know, sometimes people want to also just kind of take a little retreat or be on their own, because I can be like that. Sometimes I don't want to talk to people, you know, and they think I'm being standoffish, but it's like, no, I have a great need for a lot of personal space. So, like at Tai Chi Gala, there's plenty of trails you can walk. Nobody's going to bother you. If you want to do your thing, you can just come in and out of what you want. It's very respectful. So, thanks for joining us. And I really look forward to your workshops. I think they're going to be amazing. I think that they're highly educational and highly enlightening. They're going to give information to you folks that you probably haven't heard before, and that will empower you. So before we end, CJ, thanks so much for joining us. Shifu CJ, Dr. CJ Rhoads. Do you have any quick thought of the day or quick quotes or words or anything like that you want to share before we sign off?
Oh, well, I wish I'd have thought about that, because let me think. Basically just follow your chi, follow your chi.
Yeah.
Make sure you're happy and content, and follow your chi.
Nice. Well, thanks so much. That's great. And I look forward to sharing these live streams with everyone. And and we'll see you at Tai Chi Gala, right?
I can't wait. It's
Friday. You got it.
Thanks. Bye-bye.